Hello, everyone. My name is Olajumoke Ogbajobi. I'm a graduate of Max-Migold Training Center. I graduated in the year 2020, and Max-Migold has been an excellent training for me. I went through this training and transitioning from an architect to a facility manager, and I totally enjoyed every bit of the training. It's so impactful. It went down to the list, to the bits of everything I need to know as a facility manager, and it has helped my career. Right now, I've gotten a job from NI facility that I'm currently managing as a facility manager, and I so enjoyed the training, the team. I got to know about Max-Migold in year 2020 when they put up some flyers on an e-flyer. I saw an e-flyer that talked about facility management training, and it's something I've always shown interest. I've been looking out for what I can do differently as an architect to build myself and add value to myself. Then I got to know about Max-Migold. I followed through, and I had a 2 days free training session with Max-Migold, and from there I got so much interest in building my career as a facility manager, and they have helped me. I've gone through the full training, and I'm a graduate of Max-Migold. I appreciate that, and they have been wonderful. They have added so much value to my career, and it has been an excellent walkthrough with Max-Migold. Thank you.
My name is Peter Lawal, a facility manager with Triumph Properties and Facility Management, a graduate of FMMC Batch 12, of which prior to that I was a graduate of Physics with Electronics. It's funny when you hear physics and facility management. That shows what facility management can do to you. Coming into this, when I took the course, the 3 months master craft class, which was quite intense and very eye-opening. I came into the course with the intention of learning more pending when I will be getting fully employed, because prior to the program I was still in the job market trying to get somewhere to work. So fast forward to the class, I went through a lot, and this kind of broadened my perspective to the everyday activities and everyday objects I see around me. There are opportunities, there are all these things matter, right from the fabric of the material used in painting, decorating, even right off the dust on the table, cleaning.
Hello, my name is Amaka Anosi, and before the facility management diploma, mastercraft diploma, I was working in the Labon school as a facility manager. I heard about the diploma and I attended the free training first because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the diploma. So the free training convinced me that this was it. So I registered for the diploma. It has been worth my while, really, very worth my while. So before the diploma, I had been working in facility management for about 5 years, and generally groping in the dark, making mistakes, learning from costly mistakes. Now with diploma, my facility management strategy has changed. It's no longer firefighting, but even though that still happens occasionally because life happens. But now I know, okay, so I have different maintenance strategies for different assets that can put in place and reach the pains before faults happen, which is the best way of practicing facility management. Then also, I know that some of my colleagues, some of my classmates in diploma have gotten promotions or pay rises, and you want to have that too. And also, through the training, I've been exposed. In fact, I'm still being exposed. I contribute and I learn. by being part of the alumni group, it's wonderful. There's a lot. I'm exposed to industry standards. You hear from other people who are wearing the same shoes as you're wearing, so you're not alone. It's big, that sense of community. And I want to thank Mr. Paul and the team of Max-Migold for the wonderful opportunity. And I encourage you to do the same to start the program.
My name is Adeniji Clements. I work with Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I joined the Max-Migold in January 2022, and which is the diploma program. I enjoyed the program, both the field, practical. There is a practical we hold at Ikoi. I forgot the name of the address. The plumbing practical, it was awesome and it helped me a lot to improve on at my own site. I started working in Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 2007, and from resident at Ikwe to our training school at Alombadagri from 2012, and from there, since then, they tried to introduce Max-Migold to me, in which my organization see that from there I can still gain more experience to improve my career. And since when I joined in the area of registrar, asset register, I improve on it.
Trained, well taught how to be able to function as a facility manager. This is a program I advise anybody to come into. I will advise you to pick up this program, and you will learn from it. To be well groomed, you will learn a lot. That when you come into managing a facility, you will flow easily. It will just be easy. So you learn how to be prepared in case of emergencies. You learn how to do your maintenance plans. You learn about safety and security. You learn how to do your facility condition assessments, also to make your assets register. So please register for this program and you will not regret it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tobe. I am a graduate of the Mastercraft Facility Management class. I am here to tell you the truth and nothing else but the truth. This course is amazing, totally amazing. It has changed my concept about facility management. It has changed my view about facility management. It has made me a better facility manager. I urge you, if you want to take this course, do not delay. This course is good. It will aid you in proper facility condition assessment, to aid you in your preventive maintenance, it will aid you in general building fabrics maintenance. You understand different types of fabrics. You understand how to maintain different types of fabric. You have a proper emergency plan. You know how to plan for emergencies, whether it's a fire outbreak, whether it's theft. You know these things. They teach you from the scratch. You learn a lot. I have learned a lot. If I tell you I didn't learn a lot, I am lying for you. Everybody that knows me knows that I've learned a lot. My team lead is so happy for me. He's so happy about my progress, so happy about my achievement, and I'm proud of myself, because at the end of the day, I can proudly tell you that I'm a very good facility manager, because I went proper training. When I say proper, quote me, proper training, facility management to the core, from the basics to the topmost. Even finance, they even taught us how to. Oh my God, this course is too good. Sign up for the course. I don't know what to say anymore. It's so exciting. It's so. I'm out of words. Maybe when you sign up, maybe when you're part of the course, when the time you're out of the course, you will understand why I'm speechless. But I'm here signing out, and I'm telling you that there is no better place than Max-Migold. If you want to grow in facility management, no better place than Max-Migold. Go and learn and excel. Sign out.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hajia Zainab Saleh, and I'm the Managing Director of Brains and Hammers Facility Management Limited and White Oak Management Services Limited.
My screen.
Both
I've shared my
facilities
screen.
management companies.
You can see my video
Not
as
too long
well.
ago, I decided to enroll my staff in a masterclass program
We'll be starting in a
organized
bit.
by Max-Migold Limited. For some of us that are not aware, Max-Migold Limited is a physical facilities management, training, inspection, technology advisory firm. Now, I've known them for quite some time, and I chose, not too long ago, to put my staff through a training program under Max-Migold. And I can assure you that it was worth it. Why do I say that? What value has it brought to me? Or what value has it brought to my staff and to the organization generally? I can assure you there was a change. Why do I say that? Their mindset has begun to change. The way they look at attending to activities and tasks that have been given to them have changed. I even hear it in their conversations. And when you hear my staff discussing about tasks or projects that have been given to them to execute, you hear them saying, oh no, I remember in class they told me not to do this. Let's do it this way, and let's see how it's going to affect the work at the end of the day. The long and short of all what I'm trying to say to you is that if you have an opportunity to send your staff or yourself to Max-Migold, please do it, because it is worth it. And I can assure you that you will see positive changes in your staff, and which will eventually impact in your.
My name is Tosin Ogunlade. I'm an architect by profession. I practiced architecture for many years, but I needed to stay back home to take care of my kids for a while. And after that, I needed to bounce back into career. And I thought of picking up work.
Good day, everyone. A quick testimony about Facilities Management Mastercraft Diploma, a program I decided to do this year. I must say it's one of the best decisions I made this year so far. All the 28 courses, inclusive of field trips and the projects, they are very key to facilities management, I must say. Personally, from my own hand, I've been able to make some adjustments. Particularly, I've been able to come up with reports, that reflects the mind of the management, because I'm more aware of the way they think. In addition to that, I've been able to come up with analysis, specifically one that I'm doing right now has to do with power, requested by one of our EDs. All right, this could have been outsourced. So in a way, I've saved cost for our organization. Okay. Also, I must say I got a commendation from my boss recently. One of the courses we learned, for example, is workplace productivity. I put some of the things that we learned to use, and I believe that's the reason I'm able to earn this commendation from my direct boss, right? So I must say, generally speaking, I am more conscious of the spaces I manage, their conditions, and not just how to maintain our assets right now, but how to manage them, right? I'm more aware of industry standards, and I'm making some adjustments already. Okay,
Good evening, everyone. We are all welcome to Max-Migold free training, and I believe we are going to really gain a lot in this training. So very quickly, we'll be introducing our guest speakers to us, and then we'll do one or two HSC moments. All right. So first of all, we have the first speaker to be Bolaji Anthony Uzoama. So when it's time, she would tell us what she has. And then the second speaker we have is Mr. Olide Shino. All right, so I want you to sit back and enjoy this awesome ride with us. So first and foremost, we'll be looking at some HSC safety. These are the things we need to know as we, listen to the sessions from the professionals. All right. First and foremost, I want you to ensure that you sit down comfortably in your chair. Once in a while, try to take a stand, take a break while still listening, and ensure that your speaker is not on high volume. It should be on a moderate level. All right. So also ensure that you don't stare too long on your screen. Once in a while, try to blink your eye, take your eyes off your screen, and then of course, you are listening. All right. Also try to relax your neck, your shoulders, move in your chair once in a while, to minimize fatigue. And also beware of your surroundings, safety first. And then finally, be safe in this cold weather. All right. So I'll be handing over the speaker right to the MD CEO of Max-Migold.
Thank you very much, Semitope. It's my pleasure to be starting out with some initial highlights, initial information. From what she has said, we're going to be having this introduction into the facility management masterclass program, and then we're going to have the first speaker, Mrs. Bolaji Tony Uzoma, speak to us, and then the next speaker will be Mr. Shino Linde. The introductions will be done, just after I'm done with this little introduction, what we are doing today, and then the main lecture will come in immediately after that. Okay. All right, so please take notes. I know a lot of you will have questions as we go on. Kindly put the questions on in the chat boxes that we have in the Zoom webinar, as well as those of us who are on Facebook Live. Will be corresponding with you as the sessions go on. We have an online survey. That's the link. This link will be put in the group in the chats right now by the team. Please put in a completed survey at the end of day one, and then ask as many questions as you want to ask. We may not have the time to take too many live questions in the training session because we have 8,700 people signed up for this webinar. So we'll try as much as possible to maximize giving you as much information and training content as possible, and then we'll engage further with additional question and answers in our platforms on the training platform. The Max-Migold Telegram training platform, the link is also going to be shared on the chats. So if you're not yet on that Telegram platform, please join us there, because that's where we do a lot of active engagement, active exchange of ideas and opportunities for the facility management community across Africa. So we'll expect to see your questions there and a lot of answers that we shared for everybody. Please refer others, follow Max-Migold on LinkedIn, Google, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we'd love to have your 5-star reviews. After at the end of the training, let's see your review. Register for the FM Mastercraft Diploma. It is the ultimate, program right now for joining the FM profession and for elevating yourself if you've been in the FM profession for a while and have not really gotten grounding in FMs. Everywhere from operational, tactical to strategic topics that are covered in that diploma, and that's the link. The link for the FM diploma for you to express your interest will also be shared on the WhatsApp, on the Telegram group, as well as on the chat of this webinar. And then we want to keep engaging with everyone as we go on. Before we start today's lesson, I would like to just give you a brief intro into the FM Mastercraft Diploma so you get a sense of what the package is all about. The world has evolved, so are career options. The FM industry in Nigeria alone is worth over 250 billion naira. And across Africa, we're talking about $5 to $6 billion in value of the FM industry. And this is fast growing. It needs a lot of young professionals and everybody who are willing to take up rewarding careers in it, as well as business opportunities for entrepreneurs who wants to invest in serving, the organizations that own all the properties we see around us, looking for professionals to manage them for them. So the FMMC is to equip facility managers with all of the skills, tools, templates, requisite certificates, and work experience to deliver effective FM service at peak performance. The program will prepare individuals for jobs in the facility management, as well as equip those wishing to start and grow their own enterprises in the FM space. The topics are wide-ranging. FM is a profession that covers end-to-end of human existence. So everything from facility management to human resources, strategic planning, electrical maintenance, AC, plumbing, occupant services, ground maintenance, fire systems, emergency preparedness, building fabric and structure maintenance, all of those maintenance strategies, performance management, and so on. There's so many topics. I'm going to just run through some of the topics in a quick 2 minutes run, so that you get a sense of what has been put into this 3 months intensive classroom program. Candidates will graduate with the Federal Government of Nigeria Council for Management Development, CMD, and Oil and Gas Trainers Association, OCTAN, and Nigerian Institute of Training and Development, NITAD, accredited certificate of training from Max-Migold. Max-Migold is not making any pretenses about trying to affiliate and trying to be under another institution, because this is something we've created over the last 7 to 8 years. And so this is something that we stand with our reputation around and issue certificates to those who actually qualify. And quite honestly, I must tell you, you qualify with this certification, you are what it says on the paper. Who can join this program? Pretty much every adult who's gone through some form of education, is literate enough to read and write, have some experience in the built environment or not, but have some degrees in one industry or the other. If you're in real estate, if you're in property, if you are in any of the engineering and sciences, architecture, building, you've been having a slow growth in your career. This is a changer for you. Facility management has a lot of vacancies that it's ripe for great opportunities and higher paying than the primary disciplines we all came out from when we were in school. So please get ready for it. Even if you don't have a degree and you have some experience working as a foreman, a receptionist, admin person, come in and pick up the knowledge and skills, and start from an apprenticeship level, and you can become an expert facility manager in no time. How do we deliver? Classroom presentations, short practical site visits, inspection. Not many programs today have in the market. In facility management, we help you get an opportunity to work with organizations where you can demonstrate what you have been taught. Of course, this is not for a payment, it's an internship, and that can lead into a favorable, well-paying job if you are a new person in this field. And at least it gives you that experience to add to your CV, because that's mostly lacking in most of our CVs when we are fresh from school or we are trying to transition from one job to the other. And our facilitators are experienced, credentialed professionals who are practitioners in the subjects they teach. So building engineers, building service engineers are experts in what they teach, because that's what they practice in real life. The program will run exclusively in 2 packages. You have those who are going to be on the virtual program. They're going to be in class 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. for 3 months. Those who are going to be on the physical classes are going to come every Saturday only, because you can have time during the week to take a lecture. You come in during the weekend, Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And when you take the physical class, you have the dual opportunity of being part of the virtual class as well. and the prices are not the same. So if you look at the prices we put up there, there's a non-refundable fee of 7,500 naira, which is a application fee, after which you have 275K for your virtual class participation of the program, and then you have the 350K for the physical class, and that includes being able to participate in the virtual class as well. The link is there, promo.facilitymanagementcourses.com, and when you go to facilitymanagementcourses.com, you see all of our facility management training and all of our workplace productivity training, both online and physical classes, all laid out in that website. We have made some special offers. I should have made this available at the end. I'll announce it again at the end. But we have 6 special offers for those who are thinking of taking the FM diploma. We have a team discount of 20%. So if your company is pushing a team into the training, 5 or more gets 20% on everybody. Tuesday was my birthday, so I'm putting out 10 million naira as a second bonus offer. Within the next 1 week, 200 people will get 50,000 naira off. If you pay for the FM Mastercraft diploma, take advantage of my 10 million naira award that is going out to those who are joining the FM diploma. And then we have the early bird discounts by the 30th of July. That's a 10% bonus or discount if you join before the 30th of July. And then if you want to take the flexible option, there are 2 ways to do it. You pay 50% down and pay 50% 1 month into the class. So if the class starts in August, on August 8th, the balance is due by September 8th, right? If you pay 50% before you go in. We also have a package that allows you to pay a 12 installment approach using a VFDMFB. They've given us this special package where each person who signs up will be able to, for just 3% monthly interest, be able to spread their payment through 12 months, which means you're probably paying somewhere around 45,000 naira per month for 12 months. So you don't have to have that immediate impact of having to pay at once. And then if you know any of our alumni, please hold on to them now because they can give you 50% off, right? So any alumni that you know that brings your name forward to us and say, I know this person and I want person to have 50% off the fees, please take the opportunity immediately, and then we're giving that to our alumni. Now, all of these bonuses are independent of each other. It does not include the registration fee. That doesn't have any discount on it. And then all of the bonuses and discounts are all premised on full payment. So the only one that is pay now and pay later is the 50% down payment and balance due in 1 month, as well as the 12 months VFD NFB 3% training loan that you can take, which we have helped to facilitate right now. So I'm going to run quickly through the courses to be covered in just a minute. The FM Foundation, introductory concept, but watch out for this course because that strategy to foster operational excellence in facility management is still largely elusive in the hands or in the industry today. Many people who are managing facilities today, they don't have this basic operational strategy that we're going to discuss in the first class. The second class is about career opportunities, jobs in FM, and all of those opportunities you can pick up there. And then we have the communication skills in the business case presentation skills class, which is the 3rd class. We have this all-important leadership and stakeholder communication class, which is all about customer service and managing the various stakeholders you have to manage in facility management. By the time you start this program, you realize that what we used to think FM as a technical engineering field is not quite that. FM is a people field. By the time you begin to know how to manage the stakeholders, you begin to excel and feel better with the work you're doing. And then we like to start at the strategic level when teaching facility management. Strategic facility planning helps you to become immersed in your organization. Many of us have been FM as if we are outsiders. We are not outsiders. We continue to behave like an outsider in your organization, as somebody providing support to the organization, then you can't get it right. You must think like the CEOs, you must think like the business owners, and that's what I'm going to teach you in this class. And then we have procurement, how to manage procurement and contracts in FM. We have human resources, how to get people into the business, define their roles, manage their performance. We have air conditioning maintenance, that's very key for those of us in the tropics. We have design, build, commissioning, which talks about operational readiness, the whole process of transitioning from construction to FM, and what are the things that need to be taught proactively and put in plans in place to ensure that there's a seamless transfer. Facility management has regulatory compliance requirements. Everybody that manages the built environment needs to understand what the building code says, and that's what the next class says. And then when we manage facilities from brand new, it continues to degrade, right? So how do we manage that process of degradation, of defects that build up in the facility? And how can we identify the real condition of our facilities? The FCA, Facility Condition Assessment course, will take us through that. And then emergencies. Everything that happens in your facility should have been anticipated, right? And how do you anticipate it if you have not created a plan for risk management in your facility? This course will take care of that. You can't manage what you don't know. So how do you manage assets when you don't have a database of your assets, you don't have an asset dashboard, and so on? That's what this next course is going to cover. And then we see facility managers who manage buildings. Okay, so what parts of the building? Walls, floors, windows, doors, foundations, roof. What are the issues you need to deal with this fabric and structure components? And then we go into facility maintenance planning, how to set up your plans, how to create your preventive maintenance plans, and how to plan for every asset in your asset register. And then we have space planning and move management, all of that that goes into all the efforts that go into transitioning into a facility from one or the other. And then sustainability and energy management. Energy is a big issue today. Sustainability is the future, the focus. And so we'll teach you in this program, sustainability and energy management. And then quality, the whole concept of service quality. What does it mean? What do you need to learn about how to focus your service delivery, how to measure performance, the kind of data you need to acquire to be able to say, I'm doing well in this area, in that area. And then plumbing, system, water, sewage, treatment plants, and then the FM organization, how to organize your team, how to manage FM contracts, if you are in the service delivery sector. We think of money and we think of FM. FM spend money, but if they don't know the way money works, the way the CFO thinks about money, all of those concepts that will go into the analysis about justification for spending and showing value for the spending, they'll be missing the big point, right? So that's why we teach financial management, so that you can do it right. You can think well about money and make cases that will be approved by your organization. We have projects that we undertake on a daily basis. This course will teach you project management in greater detail. And then we have cleaning and hygiene. The first thing that comes to mind in anybody's first impression of any facility is how clean, how orderly is that ambience? What do you need to know about cleaning? And then electrical maintenance, everything from transformers, generators, how to manage your diesel, your earthing, your electrical system complete, and then health and safety. So much risk involved in managing and even using facilities. How do we protect the people that are under our care? We have that need to use certain tools to manage health and safety in our facility. The same with fire, all of the equipment maintenance in fire, and then technologies, IT in facility management, software, building information management, modeling systems, and so on will be taught. And then workplace productivity. Many of us have technical skills. We don't know how to sell ourselves. We don't know how to win jobs. We don't know how to progress in the job. We just get stuck in the rut of knowing what to do, but nobody hears us, nobody listens to us. In workplace productivity, you will learn how to win your job, you will learn how to hold on to the job, you will know how to advance in your career in facility management. And then we think about business. Who are those going to start businesses? Not all of us are here to go and start looking for jobs. CEOs who are running small businesses to medium-sized businesses are coming to learn FM here, but being able to add the business mindset to facility management technical training is what we aim to achieve with this program. All right, so that's the introduction of the FM diploma. I'm going to hand over the time now to Temitope to introduce our first speaker, and we'll progress with the webinar. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Paul. Wow, that's a whole lot. That really tells us that there's really a whole lot there when it comes to facility management. And that is just a tip of an iceberg. Honestly, trust me, you don't want to miss the next batch of the facility management diploma. It's just the tip of an iceberg, and that shows you that it really covers a lot. And then from our next speaker, who has a background in in mechanical engineering. So it really makes you understand that anybody from any background can take the facility management diploma course and still excel as a facility manager. So briefly, I will be introducing our next speaker, that Mrs. Bolaji Anthony Uzoma. So I would like to read about us so that let's see our guest speaker. All right. So Mrs. Omobolaji is an experienced team lead manager with a demonstrated history of working in the financial services industry. Now, she has a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Lagos State University and a master's degree in facility planning and management at the University of Lagos. Now, she has worked as a facility management officer with the First City Momentum Bank PLC, and she's currently the team lead of facility management at the Stanbic IBTC Bank, where she's responsible for strategic facility management planning. She's responsible for financial accountability at the head offices, campuses, and region. All right, so Mrs. Omobolaji is also skilled in negotiation, analysis skills, banking, financial management, and inspection. She is an expert in risk management, preventive maintenance, change management, business analysis, and leadership. She has a strong operational professional. So let's join Omobolaji Anthony as she takes us through the value of taking on facility management as a young professional or transitioning to professional. So I would like to hand over the mic to Mrs. Omobolaji.
Okay, can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me. Good evening.
Yeah,
hi
everyone.
Can you? Okay, thank you, Temitope. Good evening, and thank you for the introductions. I would want to thank Max-Migold for the opportunity to speak at this session on the same platform as people who I consider my mentors. Thank you so much. So I would be speaking quickly on facilities management as a career of choice. I've been told that I have 5 minutes, so I'll try and just put everything in this 5 minutes. Okay, so I would want to approach, our conversation from 4 different angles. What is facility management? Who is a facility manager? Why do you need facility management? And how do you become a facility manager? So I would like you to, I want to introduce the topic with this picture, which when I look at it, basically answers all the questions. I'm sure if you look at this image, to me, I see a building that is completely, deteriorated. It just looks terrible. Obviously, when you see this building, they don't have a facility manager, because if they do have a facility manager, the person probably needs to be fired. So basically, this picture speaks to the importance of a facility manager. And someone once said, facility management is a career that you would always have around, because one way or the other, you need maintenance. Forget that in Nigeria, we haven't developed the culture of maintenance. However, one way or the other, even in our homes, we practice this attitude of maintaining. You have to maintain, or else it will deteriorate. And a lot of organizations now appreciate the fact that you need someone or you need a group or a company that will be responsible to ensure things don't break down and become the kind of image that we are seeing on the screen. So what is facility? Okay, sorry, apologies. The call keeps interrupting. So I know a couple of people on the call probably are hearing about facility management, or you just came here out of curiosity, or you are considering going down that path, or you just stumbled on facility management like some of us did. I stumbled into facility management. Like I said, like the speaker said, I have a background in mechanical engineering, and I just stumbled into facility management, and it has become a passion and a career path for me. So facility management. Okay, if we're not speaking, if you can mute, there's a lot of background noise that I hope you can all still hear me. So as a definition, facility management has a lot of definitions. I try to like simplify it as much as possible because we have a diverse group of people on the call. It is basically the day-to-day operations necessary to ensure that the physical environment supports an organization's needs and their core functions. Facility management, like Mr. Paul introduced, is a multidisciplinary and diverse and dynamic industry. As a facility manager, you wear many hats. You are security, you are HSC, you are a facility manager, you are in charge of the caterers, you are in charge of parking. As a facility manager, you need to, have a lot of knowledge, even maybe not in-depth knowledge in everything, but you need to have knowledge that cuts across a lot of areas because, as we said, there's so many industries that fit into the career of being a facility manager. So what do facility managers do across maybe in the organization? Some people stumble into facility management because they see facility managers going about in their day-to-day work and they are interested in it. Who exactly is a facility manager? What does a facility manager do? A facility manager is responsible for ensuring the buildings and the services within those buildings meet the need of every individual who works there, as well as the organization's need. Facility managers work for various organizations. The organization you work with will determine what that organization needs. You need to, as a facility manager, you need to fit into that organization's needs. You need to be relevant. You need to know, what does my organization need and where do I come into place as a facility manager? Facility managers are also responsible for security, like I said before, cleaning, parking, ensuring the surrounding is suitable and conducive for people to work. Sometimes I joke and I say, as a facility manager, you get to play God, or would I say you get to play Jesus, because to go, everybody goes to God with one prayer or the other. Everybody comes to facility managers with one prayer or the other, and they expect you to, work miracles. And sometimes as facility managers, you need to work miracles. Facility managers also ensure the upkeep and the maintenance of building equipment, fittings, assets, so that they meet both health and safety standards as well as legal requirements. You want to ensure that you are maintaining your equipment in such a way that you would not pose any legal risks to your organization, or the government coming to slam you with notices because you have probably not maintained your equipment as stipulated by law. So where do you find FMs? Like we said, FM is multidisciplinary. You can find FMs anywhere you have a building. And I don't think there's any business nowadays that you don't need some kind of structure, that doesn't need some kind of maintenance. There are businesses that have equipment that need to be maintained. A facility manager fits there. There are businesses that have buildings that need to be maintained. Facility managers fit there. Where you have people, you need facility managers, because like Mr. Paul was introducing the course, he talked about human resources. Facility managers also have to, relate with people, interact with people in the workspace. you find that facility managers can basically fit into a lot of different fields. As we said, facility management is multidisciplinary. It combines more than one discipline, more than one field of study. As FMs, you fit into various roles. I'm sure probably you may have heard, oh, you can't be a facility manager if you're not technical. That is not true. Yes, I have a background in engineering, but I've worked with facility managers that have backgrounds in English language, that have backgrounds in accounting. You know, as a facility manager, basically, if you have the passion for it, you know, you can fit into it despite what background you have studied in school. FMs work in all sorts of environments. They work in offices, hotels, hospitals, anywhere that you have buildings and peoples, you need facility managers there. So how can you become a facility manager? Really, from all that I've said so far, you would see that, like I said, you have different people, different fields of study, and they become facility managers. So it doesn't, your field of study doesn't define if you can or cannot become a facility manager. There's really no clear-cut path to becoming a facility manager. FMs typically come from various backgrounds: engineering, education, quantity surveying. Basically, it starts from getting an education, at least, because you can't push to the back the importance of education, and then building your passion for being in facility management, building your passion for ensuring a safe and functional environment. I never heard about facility management when I started working as a facility manager, but I started working in it and I became passionate about it. You know, I like the high energy. I like the fact that as a facility manager, you are looked up to resolve problems. And if you like resolving problems for people, you will fit into being a facility manager. Facility managers also develop, you know, their competencies in communication, in stewardship, emergency preparedness, business continuity, by, you know, learning on the job, and also by going through trainings like the one that you are currently in, and also through certification. So I would like to stop there. I believe I've been able to limit myself to the allotted time. If there are any questions, I believe you can drop them in the question and answer section. So I would like to hand over to Temitope at this point. Thank you very much once again. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Omobola. We really appreciate this. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. Thank you so much. All right, so you heard what she said. Anybody whatsoever can become a certified facility manager. If you're an engineer, if you're a quantity surveyor, if you're a project manager, or you are in any field outside facility management, okay? So anyone can become a facility manager. And then one of the soft landings that will really help you, more like the basics, is the facility management diploma course. All right. So it is this. Once you take this course, I don't care about any industry you're coming from. I don't care if you are coming from the medical industry. I don't care if you are coming from any industry whatsoever. You can take the facility management mastercraft diploma and become a certified facility manager. All right. Thank you so much once again, Bolaji and Tony. We appreciate this. All right. So very quickly, we'll be moving to the next speaker for the day. Trust me, this is a man with a wealth of knowledge. As a matter of fact, getting him to join this webinar it's a luxury. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so our next speaker, Mr. Shino Olivide. Also, I'll be reading it down so that before you can come in. All right. So Mr. Shino Olivide is a proven facility manager with experience in general management, cost management, commercial and contract management, energy and environmental design, quantity surveying, project management, facility management, ISO 9001, 2018, the quality management system. Shino is a quantity surveyor graduate with honors from the Federal University of Technology, Akure. He bagged 2 master's degrees from 2 Nigerian universities, a master's in information technology from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, and a master's degree in project management from the University of Lagos. Shino went further to get licensed as a certified facility manager of the International Facility Management Association, a project management professional, the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, and as a contract and commercial management practitioner. He is a member of several professional bodies, including the Association of the Advancement of Cost Engineering, the British Institute of Facility Management, International Association for Contract and Commercial Management, International Facility Management Association, Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Nigeria Institute of Management, and the Institute of Asset Management. Wow. Mr. Shino's areas of interest include robotic process automation for real estate use cases, implementation of business intelligence dashboard for root cause analysis in facility management operations. He is also interested in freeware, low-cost computerized maintenance system for facilities management startups and SMEs. He is interested in the application of IoT, that's the Internet of Things, for operational cost reduction, efficiencies, and profit optimization. Mr. Shino has also attended several other trainings and conferences in coaching, mentoring, and leadership training. He has attended training with Lean Six Sigma Black Belt course in Nigeria, strategic management course at the UK, and then the ISO 9001 internal auditors training in Nigeria. He is currently the managing director of Servo Rapid Nigeria Limited. Let's tune in to share Mr. Shino's professional experience in facility management. So I'll be handing over the mic to Mr. Shino Olinde.
Good evening, everyone. Please, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Yes, it is good.
Okay, correct. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here once again, and it's always a pleasure to share experience and interact with people who are in the field or are interested in joining this field. All right, so I have 5 minutes, so let's quickly start. I'm talking about facility management as a career choice, and I come from the angle of the profession. So facilities management is a profession, and sometimes we easily forget, because most people who come into facilities management don't come into it as a profession. They just come into it as something to do to survive. But eventually, it evolves. And the realization is that it is a profession. For you to be successful in facilities management as a career, you must see it as a profession. And as a profession, there's a body of knowledge, there's training, and there's experience that is required. And that is why a platform like this, which is the Facility Management Masterclass program, is very vital. In fact, it's one of the programs that is really building the competency and filling the competency gap in the Nigerian facilities management industry. You want to ask, who's the facilities manager? There are a lot of things that have been said about the facility manager. He takes care of this, he takes care of that, he sees to people, he attends to machines, And the question is, what does he do? He's a specialist, in my own word, that does a lot of things. A specialist who has the mindset of a generalist. And what do I mean? So as a facility manager, you are managing processes, you are managing people, you are managing technology, and you are managing a place. That is the total cycle of existence. The process is what makes it run. The people are the management aspect that causes things to gel together. The system, the technology, the process. The facility manager will understand some aspect of law. The facility manager will understand some aspect of technology. He will understand some aspect of human relations. He will understand some aspect of from HR, human capital perspective. He will understand some aspect of costing and commercial. You will understand the built environment. You will understand some aspect of engineering. You will understand some aspect of IT. You understand it's such an interesting career that, all throughout the expanse of your career, you are learning. You are learning, you are evolving. That's what makes the facility manager indispensable. You can move in, you can be in different industries, different areas, you are just volatile because a lot of things rest on you and relies on you. And as you get the training, as you decide to move on in this career, there's a lot of opportunities. There's opportunity in the corporate real estate sector where you work with companies, corporates. There's an opportunity for you at the top, at the end of the day, to really pursue it as a career, to be in positions like the head of corporate real estate. I as a person, at some point in my career, being a vice president at that level, as a facilities manager. And that shows you that it depends on the value you can bring to your organization. The value you bring to your organization determines how far you can go in that organization. So, and what is important is the kind of training you get and understanding of the profession from beginning. You can be head of, shared services in some organization. Shared services, all the services that relate to, every other aspect of the organization. Shared services like administration. You're talking about fleets. You're talking about outsourcing. You're talking about back office. You're talking about front office. You're talking about, facilities management department, admin department, office management. All those things can come under you as a head of shared service, as a facilities manager, because it's a career path that can lead you, into that place. Can you please go back a little bit? I just want to talk about one or two things. The previous slide, yes. And also you can be on the the client side as a practitioner, a facility manager, the client organization, a facility engineer, in the client organization. Also, you can be on the service provider side as a consultant or as a facility manager providing services as a business to your clients and to the industry. Next slide, please. Okay. So what do I need to hit the road? Your background, educational background does not matter. Anybody can become a facilities manager as long as you are willing to learn new things. You must be willing to learn new things. You must be willing to develop yourself. You must be willing to ask questions. If you're somebody that is inquisitive, you can ask questions, you want to know things, you are the right person to be a facility manager. And facility manager is a lot of hard work and dedication. If you're going to be a facility manager, you must also have a passion for the job, because there's a lot of hard work which requires dedication and commitment to the cause at the end of the day. The next slide, please. Okay, so as I said earlier on, a lot of skills and knowledge requirements around the job of a facility manager, which is what has been highlighted in this in Mr. Paul's introduction and highlight at the beginning of the program. To be a successful facility manager, there's importance of technology. There's importance of the performance requirement of the client assets, operations and life cycle management and costing, the building assets and asset register, creation, management, and development. Very important from the strategic, tactical, and operation part. There's a building design, construction, and commission, and occupancy management. Very important skill. Business continuity and operational risk management, and your ability to manage occupants management, the feel of the occupant, how the occupant interacts with your environment. What is the end user experience at the end of the day? That is what marks the success of a facility manager in his career. What are you able to deliver to the client in terms of comfort, in terms of value, in terms of is the end user experience at the end of the day? What are you able to do in that area? Those are the skills that you will learn in a course like this. And then there's management of contractor, management of contracts, management of third-party engagement, management of their performance. How do you do that in terms of procurement, in terms of contract management, in terms of putting together contracts, putting together packaging and stuff like that. So very important aspect as one of the skills area that you require as a facility manager, and I can guarantee you that, you know, this course covers a whole lot of that. And I don't think there's any other place in the country that we can get a wider range of educational and training material that covers the basic requirements and the skill sets required for a facilities manager. For as many of you that will join this program, I wish you success. As many of you that want to join this career or profession, it's a great place to be. It's an exciting career. You know, it's fluid. It's dynamic. You can attain any height you dare to. I wish you all good luck, and I wish you all success in your careers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate the knowledge. Well, so you've had it all. Just about anyone can become a facility manager. So Mr. Shino is a graduate of quantity surveying. Mrs. Bolaji Antoni is a graduate of mechanical engineering. So once again, I don't care about your background, your educational background. You can become a certified facility manager. All what you need to do is work hard and then be dedicated to your course. All right. So just be willing to learn new things. Just like you said, a facility manager is a jack of all trades and is master of all at the same time. All right. So that's that for that. So we're going to the last speaker for the day. That's the MD CEO of Max-Migold. So I would want us to listen attentively as I read about him for us. All right. So Mr. Paul Erubami is currently the CEO of Max-Migold Limited. He's a specialist facility management company providing management, technology, value-added and cost reduction solutions to the property and facility management industry, including facility management software and BIM, recruitment, training, audits, asset and energy management. All right, so Max-Migold partners with the IFMA Nigeria and other organizations across the continent in the provision of local facility management training offerings, while also running a comprehensive facility management masterclass program that delivers internship and job placement. Mr. Paul holds the charter of the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors. He is a certified facility manager, both of the International Facility Management Association and the Institute of Workplace and Facility Management. He teaches the essentials of facility management professional, sustainability facility professional, and the certified facility manager credentials with learning system programs for the IFMA. He is also on the teaching faculty of the University of Lagos Masters in the Facility Management program. Mr. Paul is an industrial and business process engineer, a real estate and property manager with 20 years experience working in strategy implementation, operation system and processes deployment, and change employment for oil and gas, telecoms, and corporate real estate. He is a graduate of architecture. He has a postgraduate diploma in economics, as well as a master's in industrial engineering and operations management from the University of Nottingham, United Kingdom. He is currently working on a Doctor of Business Administration degree in entrepreneurship at the World University in USA. He managed some of the largest FM portfolios in Nigeria and also worked abroad for a few years, including the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, Shell Nigeria IFM projects, and Nokia Solutions, among others. Join me as I welcome Mr. Paul Erubami.
Thank you very much, Sewitape, for that introduction. I'm going to go straight into the lesson, the main lecture of the day, which we've all been looking forward to. If you look at the structure or outline of today's lecture, you'll see that we are trying to start by focusing on you. Think about the end from the beginning. Why do we go to school? Why do we even do the things we do to gain knowledge, right? How can we become that person that we want to be, that professional that we want to be? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So we're talking about FM education and professional pathways, career opportunities in facility management, facility management business skills, getting and keeping your dream job as an FM, and how to progress on that path. Tomorrow, we're going to go into facility management and teach you specific things you can immediately begin to use in your FM profession and activities to excel on the job. So take today's lesson and then prepare for tomorrow's lessons. We want to have as many questions as possible from you as you go through this program today. Facility management, according to the International Standardization Organization, is the organizational function which integrates people, place, and process within the built environment with the purpose of improving the quality of life of people and the productivity of the core business. Pay attention to the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Improve the quality of life of people and the productivity of the core business. In essence, we ensure that people are well, safe, secure, able to deliver profitable outcomes for the organizations that hire them. FM used to be seen as a technical profession. Oh, when something is broken, FM go and fix it. Maintenance is just one little bit of FM now. FM is a broad management discipline, and you're going to see a lot of it as we go on. It's not reactive. In fact, if you are reactive, you wait for something to break or they call you to come and fix something, you have not joined the profession yet. FM is proactive. We have processes and systems and tools set up such a way that you don't have to experience those breakdowns. People can live in your facilities without having any disruption whatsoever to their life and the progress they want to make. And buildings are not liabilities. We are not just spending money. We are delivering value. If the buildings were set up in the first place to devise any value, it's our job to make sure that value is realized. That's one of the skills you need, critical to working in facility management. FM is about people. FM is about people. So you must ensure that you have skill number one, people skills, personal relationship. You have people who you work with, your staff, your colleagues, your contractors. You have people that you work for, your customers and building users. You have people that you work for, the owners, the business owners and management. You have the people you work around, your communities, your authorities, and on and on. People will become the real results that you deliver as FM. If you don't have those skills to manage people, you can't excel here. You must be able to manage procurement and negotiation properly. FM is about solving problems, make sure problems don't come about in many different directions and different ways. You must know where to source, you must know how to get the best value, which is the lowest cost at the specification at the lowest practicable cost. Your time must be planned carefully. The FM's time can throw you in every direction because things can come up from different directions. Your facility can throw all kinds of faults at different times, create all kinds of inconvenience for your users that you don't want to experience, and you need to be able to manage your time. You need to have those proactive activities focused that will help you prevent failures or reactions. Project management is the ability to use certain tools and templates to create a plan to execute a one-off improvement, a step progress, and a deliverable that can be seen and that creates that growth that we need in our environment. You need to be able to be a research-minded person. You can't keep doing things the way you used to do it. There's no challenge you're going to face today or anticipate that had not been solved before. You need to be ahead of finding solutions. You are a solution provider, so you must be good at research. You must be able to write business cases, trainings, proposals, emails that convince, budgets. FM needs to be able to write. Your writing go before you. If you can't write, my dear, you need to go and learn how to write business writing. Team working, there's nothing in FM that you can do alone. Everything is about a team, right? So if you still feel that you're better doing things on your own, this is not your profession. Your profession is somewhere out there. right? Maybe IT or accounting or something. But if you're going to be in the service delivery business, facility management requires that you have team working skills. Leadership, manage people above you, lead people at your level, lead people below you, and get results because you can share the vision, you can articulate the end result, you can point people in direction and help them see the conviction within to run on their own. That's leadership. And that applies to everybody in your circle. You can lead them even without you being the manager. Innovative approach, technology, innovations. There's been a fast rate of evolution of these innovations. So if you still are stuck in the old ways of doing things, my dear, you need to sit up. FM is now a very innovative, because even the buildings that we are managing are innovating as well. They're all growing and changing. Decision making, be able to make decisions on the go, decision on the fly, because you can anticipate so much, plan, so that you already have some decisions pre-programmed to roll when something goes wrong. But if certain things come up, be able to act on it. Being undecisive can be worse than making a wrong decision. And you learn all of this in the program that we're running in the FM diploma. IT savvy, technology again, all software, all tools that help the building, go into the future, the world that we're entering. Sensor technologies, communication technologies that are making things faster, more efficient, and more effective. You must be IT savvy. You must have numerical knowledge. You must be able to know how to work numbers, from financial numbers like life cycle cost analysis to time value of money to that cost of ownership, and all of that, to numbers and data and customer concerns and using the tools to do your Pareto chart and your analysis of issues that you need to pay attention to. And then emergency reflexes and the positive attitude. You must be that person who don't, just drop off and can't deal with situation. When it comes to working under pressure, facility management will provide you those kind of environments where you have to be positive all through it. And that's one of the qualities we advocate that FMs have. There are competencies that have been defined by facility management associations. This is the IFMA competencies, 11 of them. You must have competency in communication, risk management, sustainability and energy management, finance and business, human factors and HSC, leadership and strategy, operations and maintenance, project management, quality and customer service, real estate and property management, information and technology management. And you'll find other breakdown of these competencies by ProFM, the ProFM Institute. You'll find another breakdown of different numbers, but all coming to about the same body of knowledge from the Institute of Workplace and Facility Management, IWFM, as well as other bodies that provide education facilities, educational content for facility managers. So let me summarize what the skills really means in three items. Analytical skills, a data-driven mindset. Oh, this equipment has been failing, and we want to replace it. It's causing a lot of embarrassment. What's the mean time between failure? How much has gone into it so far compared to the cost of buying a new one? What's the energy use difference between a new one and an old one? You even have those data. So how can it make sense when all you are representing to management is gut feeling, emotional talk? That doesn't have a place in FM. You have to have a data collection, data analysis for decision-making mindset to excel in this profession. Number two, communication. All of those things we talked about, stakeholders, talked about writing, convincing business cases, and the rest falls here. If you're not making sense, you're not making sense. Nobody's listening to you. So every time you keep complaining about you make a proposal and it's not been accepted, you wanted to do this and that, and nobody understands you, or people are not doing what you asked them to do, you're not communicating right. And then leadership. Leadership requires that you have integrity, that you have credibility, that you have competence. People will listen to you if you have these three things. You will lead everybody. Anybody that's listening to you, that's acting based on what you tell or what you say, or even just your opinions that you express, you already lead that person. That's the essence of leadership. So you want to become a facility manager, or you're already a facility manager. Forget about multiple degrees. I know many of us have multiple degrees. As we grow, we add up more masters and more. Yeah, but you know, as you're starting out, a basic diploma or degree is fine. You need to look for an entry-level position as an intern to gain experience. Take a training that can help you learn the body of knowledge of facility management. And then as you grow, begin to add credentials and certification. An SSC holder who has passed the FMP exam or passed the FM Mastercraft diploma is a better hire than a degree holder who doesn't have this facility management qualification. And then when you begin to get certifications, you maintain those certifications through continuous learning and practice. And then right from training or with a little experience or just about starting out in FM, you can put together a CV. You begin to talk to organizations where you want to apply to. But important thing is start by bagging a training that shows that you know what you are doing. You can't be talking about getting into a profession when you don't have a clue what that profession is about. Many people go about looking for work and say, oh, it's not my luck, or village people and the rest. Whereas it is them not even being prepared for the job that they were supposed to go for, right? How many times has somebody asked you to introduce yourself and you started talking about how many people are in your family, how you are a third child in the family of 6, how you were born in Lagos and who cares about all of those when you're looking for a job? You really need to use technique. I call this the mean 30 seconds introduction technique. This can go into your elevator pitches, this can go into your CVs, this can, for those summary line, this can go into, you know, all kinds of presentation that you need to sell yourself. You're in front of somebody in an interview and you need to talk about yourself. Your name, the job you want, why you'll be good at the job, your qualifications, some traits or skills that will help you succeed in that job, and a commitment question. An example, my name is Eke Sonia, and I want a job as a site facility manager in a mall. I have 3 years of site operations experience and a comprehensive FM training. My clients always rate me high on customer service. I'm a process-driven FM, and my team give me their best efforts. What position would you need my skills and experience for? This is even an open-ended, mean 30 seconds invitation to probably an organization. You just walk in and you see them building a large mall, and you're wondering, you know, can I have an audience with the chief contractor or the developer to see if they will need an FM? They need an FM, but they always think about it at the point when they start having issues, right? So project yourself. But of course, you can't say I have a comprehensive FM training without actually having one, because they're going to ask for a certificate of it. And then many of us throw about skills in our CVs. I'm detail-oriented, I'm very, have high integrity. You know, all those line items you put in your CVs to describe the qualities you have, if you don't present them as power statements, which is a proof statement, please stop using them. Don't write that I'm meticulous, I have attention to detail, I have high integrity, I'm a very good person with confidentiality, confidential matters, and so on and so forth. My dear, where have you done this? Where have you used it? You need to be careful prevent yourself from making so many listed items about what you are offering to the organization when you can't even prove one. So the power statement has 4 key parts: the value, skill, or strength, which is what you throw about every day, but let it not be left like that for people to be wondering, is this guy lying or not? Is this guy, what makes me believe this guy is has competence in this area? Give a specific example or accomplishment, show results, match your value to the needs of the employer. I'm a creative and result-oriented person. For example, at Max-Migold Limited, I created a new marketing plan and brochure that already increased monthly sales by 15%. I'm confident I can help to improve your company sales in the same way. You have just made a statement that is powerful. This person knows that you're being creative and result-oriented now has proof. That's what the power statement is. Many people go from apply up and down and nobody invites them and they're wondering why. When you make those lists of items, they just chuck them in the bin. Nobody wants to read those things they read from everybody. You're just like every other person, so there's no need. But if you use a power statement to present just 3 or 4 skills or traits You stand out from the crowd. Everybody copying the same thing to their CVs. So why should we look at you? And then, where are you looking for work, really? Many of us are just busy looking for work in social media, sometimes in advertisement sites and the rest. Of course, that's what we put a lot of our efforts. But how many people get work from those sites? Not that they're not giving out jobs are being posted there, 14%. If you look at the other opportunities for finding job, personal contact with companies, word of mouth, contacts and referrals, you will find out that more jobs are gotten through informal, direct approaches than just throwing your CVs out. In fact, there was a time I got somebody's CV that was sent in a broadcast of 600 companies, and it was not even blind copy. I mean, some of them even go ahead to blind copy. I know that this was not addressed to me, it was sent to numerous, right? But in this case, it's sent to 600 companies. I looked at it and said, this guy must be desperate, but does he really know how to find a job? If that same person can target 3 or 4 of those companies, get connected with people on LinkedIn and other sources of connection with people who make decisions in those organizations, he will be closer to jobs than that mass emailing that he's doing. So that's the whole idea. There's low competition in the informal sector of job search. And again, this is something that's interesting. Many jobs, before they go to the public, already have someone designated for it. Going to the public is already just one of those fulfilling all righteousness. And some jobs, in fact, many jobs, are actually created because you showed up. That was not the position they were going to hire for, but you showed up, you showed certain value using power statements and me in 30 seconds, and somebody saying, you know what, I'll hire this person. You probably interview for another job, and when they see your value, they raise you or change your designation because you know how to tap in. And then you go into interviews. Interesting how many people go into interviews, come back from the interview and say, they didn't call me back. They didn't even ask me anything relevant. You know, did you discover something about the mission you went to interview for? To be honest with you, I've had too many interviews where young people come in front of me. I don't even know what they're interviewing for. Oh, I saw a vacancy. What kind of vacancy? They know the designation. It matches what they're looking for. What company is looking for it? They know the name. What does the company do? They don't even have a clue. What do you think the company would think when all you portray is, I need a job? But then nobody wants to give a job out. Everybody wants people who will come and solve problems and create solutions. So if you don't have values that you have researched, that you are taking to the table, forget it, you can't be on the table. You're on the menu. If you always show up to say, I am this and that, you, and I saw your vacancy, and so because I am this, I want to. No, my dear, forget it. If you want to win that job, you need to focus on the employer. Study them, understand them, find points of value that you can bring on board before you even show. So all of those questions they will ask you on the interview, some of them want to check whether you are prepared. So want to know whether you have experience for the job. So all of those, I am this, I am that. No, use power statement. Use me in 30 seconds. Use turning negative to positive. Somebody asked a question about your weakness in a particular area, and you're trying to use a positive directly. No. A weakness is a weakness. Look for a negative that you can now convert into a positive. All right. Study the employer and go prepared to ask good questions. We can also be prepared to add a question to a mean 30 seconds or a power statement. For example, what other skills would you like me to talk about? Good questions can create a good conversation when moving on. And please don't go to interviews without preparation. Prepare yourself. For those of us who are religious, please pray for peace and calmness. If you show desperation or frustration in an interview, forget all your skills and your power statements. It won't go anywhere. Be calm and confident. Be polite and respectful, not confident to look arrogant. They are two different things. Be on time. You can't go to an interview late and expect to be taken seriously. How will you even do the job if you're coming for the interview late? Show interest in the company and the interviewer, smile and be pleasant, act confidently and speak clearly. And then, how do you want to look? Be clean. Be clean. Don't try to portray poverty in an interview. Don't overdo your dressing. But don't go with tattered torn clothes. The least you can do is get a simple shirt, press it, making sure it's clean and press it and wear it as a man. And for keeping facial hair and looking like some, baboon and the rest that's coming on as fashion trend, please moderate all of those. Same thing for ladies too. Be dressed simply, right? Don't try to portray yourself as a sexual item to impress an interviewer. It doesn't come out well. It doesn't come out well. And then don't use perfumes that choke people. Just come out looking simple. Take this rule of thumb. Dress one step above the dress code for the job. If a job is going to be a jeans and t-shirt kind of site work on a regular basis, then by all means, put a trouser and a shirt well pressed. If the job is going to require you to always have a shirt and trousers on, by all means, have a jacket on top of the shirt, one notch up. That's what we advise. And then, of course, there are all kinds of things that go after you pass the interview, after one stage, fill the application form, show proof of all the things you've said in your CV, bring in your employment letters or pay slips, fill in your employment history, put in your references. And some companies nowadays ask for guarantors. I mean, I've seen some guarantors form that ask, say things like, this person that we are about to hire, guarantee that if this person misbehaves or steals or tells a lie or does anything we find wrong with his behavior, we will fine you, bill you, and put you on some kind of trial. I don't understand why that happens, but it happens everywhere, and you can't help it. So be your best when putting yourself forward for jobs that require whatever it requires that you need to. When you have gotten the job, what happens next? Some people have taken some jobs. The moment they resume, they forget everything else. They even forget that they were once applicants. They become so arrogant and self-conceited. When they lose the job, boom, one, they did not grow while they were there. They did not learn, they did not network, they don't know anybody. When the job stops, that's their end of their life. They start the process of looking for work again. My dear, if you get a job once and you lose the job, and you can't find another job in 6 months, there's a problem with you. Let's face it. Make contacts and build a network on the job. You can't sink your head in and then not be able to make a look out and see what's happening around you. Communicate clearly with others, show good attitude and appearance. People should like you. If they don't like you, it's your fault. There's no justification for people not liking you. It's your fault. Work hard, prove value to your employer. What is value to your employer? Increase the value of the revenue. Save costs for the company. Make sure they have happy customers. If you're not acquiring customers and then you are not making revenue, don't be a cost, someone who helps to waste the company's money. You must show value. That's the way you make progress in the job, and that's how you grow. But then staying on that path. Okay, I was employed as a facility manager, and is that the end? Should you immediately start thinking of what the next opportunity can be? Exactly, that is the way to go. What position do you want? List them down. What skills and knowledge do you need for those positions? One way to know the skills and knowledge you need for those positions is find out who is currently in those positions. Read their bios, read their LinkedIn profile, and ask yourself, what are the skills? What path did they take to get to where they are? How can I also gain those skills and knowledge? That's how to grow. If you're not thinking about this, I'm sorry. The train is leaving and you are still in the train station. Keep aware of changing technology and software. Too many people are still working with the skills they learned in 2008, 2010, 2015. If it is the skills you learned 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that you are still working with, even if it is the same job, there's a problem. You're not making progress. So the professional associations will also be helpful. We have the Association of Facility Management Practitioners, which is the professional body for FMs in Nigeria. And we encourage you to become members of AFMPM. We will share the link, Telegram link for the AFMPM platform with you so that you can, on the chat box, and in further correspondence we'll be having with you. So you can join, explore that wider community, because you really can't be in a profession that you don't understand. And then you keep growing. You take the FM Mastercraft Diploma today, you are grounded. You have the background to operate and deliver at every level, operational, tactical to strategic. Later, you gain other certifications that have international prominence, like the FMPSFP and CFM. That's the Facility Management Professional, Sustainability Facility Professional, and the Certified Facility Manager credential or certification from IFMA. And then the RICS also have certifications, trainings, and you have the Pro FM, and then you have the IWFM. These are all opportunities to keep upscaling yourself. I use a rule of thumb of 5. From the day you acquire 1 degree, diploma, or certification, don't allow 5 years go by without acquiring another. You are standing in one spot if you are doing that. So let's look at FM. What's the profession? What will you be doing? Managing customers, all kinds of administrative support services, managing risk, health and safety, catering, cleaning. So many things are involved in the FM profession that you should be aware of. In fact, the way I normally would differentiate FM or classify it is an organization's core business is what they do and sell to the public. If you are not involved directly in what they do and sell to the public, you are in facility management in that organization. So if you are working in a bottling plant and you're not in the bottling plant, you are taking care of gardening, security, catering, you're taking care of water generation and power generation, electronics, communication, and the rest. You are in FM, providing logistics and all. So it's a very broad area of support for the core business. But you can't do it without understanding the core business. And that's the main thing we're going to be looking at tomorrow. When we're looking at the facility management way to grow as an FM, if you don't understand how your organization is structured, how it grows, how it meets its customer requirement, kind of customers that use your organization, the kind of competitors, you have to understand the business the same way the visionary or owner understands it. That's the only time your analysis will be correct, because there'll be proper alignment. You have the right data for key performance indicators tracking, and you'll be able to contribute value for every naira that's given to you to spend. So FMs, please, FM work is not around the clock work. I hear people saying, oh, in the FM, you have to be on call 24 hours. It's not true. It's FMs that are reactive, unable to plan and structure themselves, that are always working. They always have to be responding to issues because they refuse to prevent issues. FM can work a typical 40 hours a week like every other one. But when once in a while some issues crop up, then by all means you respond. And then there are scheduling issues in work routines for FM. Some FMs come to work in the morning, but then they cannot disrupt the core business operation, and they have to do what they need to do after work. Why did you come in the morning? Can you not plan a schedule that helps you deliver within the hours you've been engaged for the results that the business should see? And then our responsibility can be, very wide-ranging, performing tasks, full completion, documenting and reporting inefficiency issues, calculating costs, materials and supplies, managing all forms of contracts, and so on. And the FM can progress all the way to C-suite. I mean, Mr. Shino explained, you can be in the core business as a vice president or president of real estate, property or facility management for organizations, because you are contributing a strategic value. So you can grow to that extent, right? But as an FM in a service provider, you can actually become, everything, and become the MD of the company, right? So you can work in a demand organization, or you can work in the service provision company, and the advantages and disadvantages to both of them. What I normally will advocate or teach people to do is try and play a role on both sides of the coin through your career. Work inside where you control budgets, where you specify work, where you create strategies, where you engage contractors and manage them. Then at some point, work for contracting organizations. So you get an experience from different organizations. You have a broader experience with different industries. And then you can also be into latest technology and best practices because of that exposure. So there are different advantages and disadvantages in both of them. The FM market is, we can look at it in terms of service as hard services and soft services. Hard services are the services built into the building, we call them building services. So all of those mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems, low voltage systems, electronic systems, transport systems that are built into your facilities are the hard services. And they have the soft services we also call the occupant services. These are the services that are provided for the users of the buildings to meet the needs for them to function productively in the facility. And then there are all kinds of, in fact, FM is the only profession that serves all industry. In fact, every industry, every type of organization exists in some form of space. Whether residential, whether factory industry, manufacturing, whether you are in IT, financial services, whether in government, every organization lives in some form of space, and they will need facility managers and that expertise to be able to manage those facilities. And there's a huge shortage of facility managers, of people with facility management experience, skills, and knowledge to manage facilities. Just think about it. Millions of facilities already exist. Millions more will be built. By the time all of those other professions that are involved in the building, design and building, all those investors and developers, they will continue for a long time. Everything they have built, we will manage. When they even stop building because there's saturation, we will manage perpetually. So in terms of volume of the industry, you can just imagine how wide that can be and how many professionals will be required to manage this. And then, companies that begin to move away from doing the FM of their business themselves, right? So a bank wants to be a bank. A bank is not a facility management company. Why should you worry about electrical sockets and water, plumbing, and sewage as a bank manager? Why don't you outsource? So a lot of outsourcing is happening and creating opportunities for businesses to thrive in the FM space. And then they are sourcing at two levels, and this is important. Primarily and traditionally, they will outsource services. They will hold on to the management. But that in itself is cumbersome. If an insurance company or a manufacturing plant, why do you want to start having the skills to also manage service providers? So instead, outsource management. So you can have integrated facility management companies or total facility management companies to come in and manage that whole process. So you can focus on your core business. And then the workplace is changing. People will retire and start another life of work, either as a consultant or another business or something else, right? So the workplace is increasing in stock of properties that need to take care of those. And then wellness is a big issue. Employees are looking at companies that have wellness initiatives to fit in. FM needs to provide these solutions. And then collaboration, collaborative spaces, new systems that require remote access to teams and the rest. So the FM landscape in Nigeria, who are the key players? Who are the companies that have outsourced their FMs? How do you assess the FM market? Think about it. My assessment is very simple. Only very large multinational companies have fully outsourced management and services. Most Nigerian organizations, in fact, up to 90-95%, are still holding on to it and running it the traditional way. It's only when the crisis of energy, the crisis of cost begins to hit them, they begin to realize that they could seek expertise from professional delivery companies, okay? And then The market is growing rapidly, I can assure you. Gone are the days where estates committees will say they want to run it themselves, and now they're beginning to look for FMs. Please take off this headache from us and handle it. The FM contract will be a total FM contract where the FM company employs all of its own staff to manage most of the services. So the services and the management is bundled into that contract, and there's one point of accountability. Or it could be an integrated facility management contract where the FM company is only a management company, has teams that manage teams of subcontractors who provide services. Or it could just be the single service contract where you have contracts placed with specialist providers. The FM is to ensure that all these organizations deliver in harmony. And then our task team, the reasons for our task team include limited staff ability, lack of in-house expertise, and a short time. These are activities that are tasks, simple consultancy and tasks like financial due diligence, market stability, operational assessment can be our tasks to individuals and companies. Your contract could be an input specification contract or an output specification contract. In input specification, you are being told what to do. In output specification, you are being told what we expect. So that's what we call this a performance-based contract. So when you are going into FM business, sometimes you are asked to bring a proposal, know the difference, know how to structure. If you are given a proposal, if you are given an RFQ, which is already detailed by the organization offering the job, you need to know the difference between how you manage performance in an input specification and an output specification type contract. And then when you're taking up FM contracts, make sure that you have explanation. I've seen a cleaning contract, one page, doesn't tell anything about cleaning, it just says clean. We have 2 square meters. When you clean it from Monday to Friday, we pay so and so amount. That's what the company I just laughed. That contract should have been at least 30 to 50 pages. I can explain exactly the expectation, because when you're managing contract down the line and people start copying up with all kinds of reporting forms and sheets for you to fill and start raising performance issues, when you don't even have a clue what those performance issues will be from the contract you were given. Measuring the standard to which the service is delivered is crucial. Will the service you buy today meet your business needs in 3 years' time? It's critical to building rights to terminate. Of course, every time you have a contract, there should be a right to terminate. Effective price and quality benchmarking process will help you control the cost, especially when you get into issues of disputes. It's crucial to document what assistance supplier will provide on exit. What should the exit schedule address? Employees may be a central issue on exit. Some clients now are just looking for FM companies to hire after a year or two. They cancel your contract and they want to employ your key personnel. Do you want to go through that, and so on and so forth? Make sure the contract is detailed enough to make sense, to reduce issues. You start a company, you already have a company, be ready for Nigeria. Nigeria is working now. Many of you don't know that once you start getting money into your company accounts, by start your BVN, the tax authorities are downloading their accounts and they're waiting for you. The day they will knock on your door and tell you to pay 20 million as VAT or any other tax, that's when it will dawn on you that you shouldn't have using your account to run personal transactions and so on. And then there are so many agencies that you need to deal with in terms of compliance. If you don't have these compliance requirements, you really can't bid for corporate. So some companies stay small because they keep operating at the bottom, because they cannot elevate themselves, by meeting up with these compliance. PAYE, pension, NHF, NSITF, DPR, NIPEX, LASA for the signage, SON approvals, EFCC even have, some approvals when you're opening an account and the rest. And then you have the Financial Reporting Council. So what's happening in the FM industry today? What are the trends that are driving the industry? Sustainability and ability to support a mobile workforce, big driver. Every asset or device within the building having a unique identity and all fully integrated into a network. Assets are not only now required to be in a spreadsheet, but they have to be tracked using some means. Smart building technology can create a safe, clean, and more comfortable environment for building occupants. All right, so all of this outsourcing we talked about, data disruption, smart technology, artificial intelligence is now coming into the workplaces of today, and you must, upgrade yourself to meet these requirements. And then things are shifting between the last, 8 years, 6 years. Things are changing. Service integration, workplace change management, leveraging of IoT, Internet of Things, big data analytics, and market consolidation are some of the trends we are seeing that are going to continue into the future. There's going to be more integrated IFM services being offered as contracts to organizations that can provide, integrated solutions, manage smart buildings, manage technology, advanced building, and provide management decisions to help the core business focus on its core, and you take care of all of those things that are supposed to happen. And then we have inspections that are going to be done remotely. You should be able to, at some point in your career, it's already happening now, be able to do artificial intelligence, have sensors that give readings to dashboards in your phones and in your tablets and laptops that gives you access into information to what's happening in your facilities. And then the industry is pushing towards FM outsourcing through economic and regulatory developments. Economic pressures from regulatory requirements and increased competition is pressuring companies to evaluate how they conduct business. Companies have started looking for partners that can deliver and manage facility services while taking on associated risks. So the idea that you can move some of the risk you can manage, risk related to your buildings, to specialist companies is making more organizations to outsource. And then the health and safety issues, leaving it for the experts to deal with. And then there's an increase in demand for outsourcing, increase in international contracts. One contract is being awarded now for multiple countries across the world, and one company will take care of that. And then companies are beginning to look at ways to increase their profit margin by lowering costs. FM is one of the, in fact, the entire real estate and property arm of organizations tend to spend a lot, only second to HR in terms of salary. Everything else is high cost. And if you can save money on the FM end, that money is direct contribution to profitability of the organization. And then value-added services. Customers increasingly demanding for FM service provider that can have intimate knowledge of their corporate mission, and then the competence to address company-specific needs, and then sustainability, concern for the company's impact on people, environment, and its bottom line is driving outsourcing to a large extent in the FM industry. And this revolution is still ongoing. The workplace shift. I mean, until recently, people didn't think that it was possible to run on companies that used to have massive locations where people moved in every day to go and work, could run remotely, everybody working from home. A lot of that has, become entrenched. You can have, teams on site and teams off site, teams who are remotely connected globally, working on the same project. Technologies are advancing at a very fast pace, and FM needs to keep pace. So the FM's response, focus on people, retrain and reskill for current realities, and also to produce future-proof workers. We focus on professionalism by going back to the FM body of knowledge, take training. One FM leader in one organization told me, my staff are not here to school, they are here to work. I told him, you are wasting half of the salary you are paying right now, because if they are not being trained, they are producing less results or less value. Increased level of care for the geese that lays the golden eggs, aligned with the strategic objectives of the demand organization, optimal cost and best value mindset and culture. Some of the things we're going to groom in those who participate in the FM diploma is that alignment with strategic objectives. It's so important to your rise in this profession. Every time you have a quarrel with your boss or not being on the same page with somebody at the top, or you think that they need to understand you, there's a problem. We'll fix that in the FM diploma because you are the problem. And then think of processes, standardized processes such as safe work method statements for basic operations are now compulsory, harness and share data more, both within organizations and industries, incorporate emergency preparedness and business continuity into SOPs, customize service delivery to the needs of different customers, even within the same organization. The FM service you deliver to IT and the one you deliver to HRO and the one you deliver to the factories should not be the same. You have to customize it, to the requirements of the users of those spaces. Use data to design intelligent processes. On technology side, invest in remote monitoring and Internet of Things technologies. Computer-aided facility management is a must. I mean, this is technology that is almost already going away because now with IoT is being integrated into ERPs, we now have the integrated work management system, which is more advanced. So if you're not using software, please at least start with the CFM to manage your operations, your maintenance, your space management, your communication, your visitor management, security management, and so on and so forth, can all be in that CAFM system. And then energy efficiency, waste management, cost reduction through technology, through data, and improved communication systems to have everyone on the same page, even with less physical contacts. So some of the skills I've talked about, some of the traits you should have as a facility manager to be able to excel in this profession. A focus on your customers. You don't go to work because you want to go to work. You go to work because of them. You don't go to work with them, even though they are your colleagues. You go to work for them. All right. So there's no ego, in what we do. We go there to listen to what the customer wants, and then deliver it exactly the way the customer wants. And then being proactive requires you to engage early. Sell your profession. Many people are working in FM. They don't even know they're in FM. When they finally realize they're in FM, they've not connected with FM so that there's nobody in the organization that even know what is facility management, let alone engaging you in professional discussions around facility management. So you need to sell the profession. You need to be a strategic problem solver. Effective team management linked with client reporting. Have team management that you can show objective results in the performance that you show. FM leaders need to be more strategic in their approaches, professional planning through proactivity and risk management. Alternative workplaces, practices, and new ways of working to promote corporate identity and foster more efficient collaboration. Knowledge sharing, flexibility, speed, innovation, and productivity. The traditional workplace will become the alternative workplace. Facility managers will increasingly have to make use of online facility reservation and management tools. Customer focus shifts rapidly, requiring more flexibility and agility. The customers, their requirements will change frequently. You must be ready to respond and deliver. FM must analyze trends and tendencies to create future scenarios. So what does it really mean for us as facility managers? There's convergence of FM services. Product management and energy management. Acquisitions and consolidation will accelerate. Suppliers need to innovate to maintain margins and growth. Focus will move from cost management to value creation. If you keep staying on the cost part, you won't be able to deliver value. FM companies need to build or acquire data analytics capabilities to complement excellence in service delivery. So we're going to have a brief discussion. I've saved some time for us to have a discussion. If your questions have not yet been answered on the platform, please go to the Q&A. Go to the Q&A and put in your questions in Q&A. The Q&A is not for any other comments. It's just for questions that you need an answer for. I see some comments in there. Please take them out of there. I've seen a question: what is the process to enroll for the FM diploma? Before we start taking all these questions, we have a poll. We'll launch the poll now for 2 minutes. You will please answer a few questions, and then for everything from strategic to tactical to operational approaches to FM operations and FM excellence. And then we're going to give you practical tools and tricks that you can use to immediately start showing impact in your facility management careers. And then tomorrow, I know a lot of people are asking questions. Are we going to get certificates for this free training? Are we going to get the slides? Are we going to get the videos? Tomorrow, all of those will be answered. Those are not answers for day one, they are answers for day two. All those who come through the webinar to the end tomorrow, we have all of those answers. So please continue with the poll. We have about 50% covered now. Please continue. We need you to also follow us on the link for our Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram pages will be posted on the chats now. Kindly engage, like, and share, because if you're not connected, you will not be getting all of these latest opportunities that we share all the time. We make, we train hundreds of people every year, and we do job placements that run into hundreds every year. In addition to free opportunities we publish for additional learning and skill acquisition for those who align with us in our social media platforms. Please, it's important that you go to Google My Business. Just go to google.com and search for Max-Migold and give us a review. Tell us, what you feel about Max-Migold, what you feel about the training you've had today, what impact it's made in you. And then we'd like to see those 5-star reviews, because it helps to tell others that there's something good happening coming out of Nigeria. For those who are international attendees at this webinar, please chat us. We have an international package as well, and the amount to pay for the FM diploma if you are joining from abroad. But of course, it's only going to be the virtual program. We have people from all over the world join the virtual program, ending the FM diploma and excelling in what they are doing wherever they are. So across Africa, we look forward to more people. We've had people from Liberia, from Sierra Leone, from Ghana, from UAE, from and Qatar in the program before. So we encourage you to connect with us, and then we can share with you specific ways you can join the FM diploma. The link for the survey, the training survey, is also in the chat. It's a few questions from your notes, questions you have, comments you have, and so on and so forth that we expect to see in that survey. It helps us to improve on the program that we do once or twice a year. That's the free training, and it also helps us to improve on the FM Mastercraft diploma itself, which is the main program that's our flagship. So we're going to give another minute to you to complete the surveys. We have a few hundreds already, a few hundreds to go, and we're done with the poll, and then we can start addressing questions from the Q&A. While the poll is also ongoing, I would like to I'll take the first question. This one is about how to take the FM diploma. How do you get into the FM diploma? The questions that have to do with how to get the slides, how to get the videos, certificates for the training. Please come back tomorrow and you'll have answers to all of that, all of those ones. Yes, if you want to join the Association of Facility Management Practitioners, the link is on the chat. Please click on it, Telegram group. Just be on the group first, and you'll see the pin message that tells you how you can become a member of the professional body of FMs in Nigeria. The link for the Telegram group for the training, training resource platform is also there. Click on it and join the FM training Telegram group, where we share resources, training announcements, and opportunities for jobs in facility management as well. All right, we still need a few more who have not done the poll. Please continue. Let's tidy that up, and then I'll go into more questions Okay, so somebody is asking that we should send all the links by email. Yes. So there's going to be an email out tonight. Let's send an email out tonight where we'll put all the links that we've talked about, or first thing in the morning, whichever works better, so you can see it and then you can click and join. How do you join the FM Diploma? promo.facilitymanagementcourses.com. Just go there and register. Just go there and register. I read out certain offers earlier on, and I'm sure some of us are thinking of those offers. Let me just quickly re-emphasize some of those offers so that you see that we thought through everybody's need and we have covered everybody's need or requirements for the FM diploma. So we have 20% team enrollment. Now this could be a company, could be people from a group of friends, could be you know, same club, same church, whatever. 5 of you or more come together to enroll for the program. You all get 20% off for coming together as a team. The 10 million I'm giving away is for the first 200 to snap it up. They're all going to get 50K each between now and the 2nd of July. So everybody that enrolls on the promo.facilitymanagementcourses.com and proceeds to make payment for the FM diploma before the 2nd of July, you already have my 50K from my birthday giveaway. And then every other person that are able to put together the funds before July 30th, take your 10% off. It's already awarded. It's a special offer we're giving right now for early bird discount. And then for those who want to pay small for the program, you can start paying now 50K, 100K, 20K, but make sure that by the 8th of August, when the class starts in earnest, you have paid up to 50% and that you can pay the remaining 50% by the 8th of September. That's the flexible payment plan we have for you. But of course, you want to take the 12 months flexible payment plan that brings it down to something really manageable. And you can pay using the VFD MFB approach, where your monthly cost will be very small, that can come out of the salary without making a dent on your expenses. And then the alumni, we have more than almost 500 alumni right now. And if you know anyone, you know, associate with them, connect with them, and they can help you get the 15% alumni bonus, referral bonus. Now, in all of this, the 7,500 Naira registration or application fee is separate. So it's not affected by any of the percentages of the bonanzas. You pay that upfront immediately or with your fee. And then the flexible payments, 50% down payment and the 12 months payment plan are the only ones that come that are that you don't have to pay full. Everyone that has a discount, a bonus, a giveaway, you know, whatever, all of them requires you to pay full either between now and 2nd of July for the giveaway of 50K, 30th of July for the early bird 10%, or alumni referral bonus or the team discounts. They all require that as soon as you end those discounts, you're paying up immediately for the program. Okay, I think we've gotten quite a good responses, a number of responses for the poll. I'm going to go over to questions and answers now. So what's going to happen is we're going to look at the attendees, see those who have raised their hands, indicated they want to speak, and then we promote a few at a time to panelists so they can ask their questions if there's any hand up. If you want to speak, I think there are a few hands up. Who can you promote up first for me to, for us to unmute to speak? Yeah, those have raised their hands up. Okay, just allow those who have raised their hands up. Yeah, somebody is asking a question. How much is the training? That's what I've displayed on the screen now, so you can all see that. Please, if you have been promoted, just mute until I acknowledge you. I'll call your name and I'll ask you to speak. Okay, please stay muted. All right, so I'm going to have Richard Izuchi to speak first. Please ask a question now. Richard Izuchi, you can unmute and speak. Minimize it. Yes, Richard Izuchi, are you able to speak? All right, let's go to one boy is a Gabriel. Please ask your question. Oh, can you unmute? Ask them to unmute. Click to ask to unmute. Okay. One boy is a Gabriel. You can unmute and speak now.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening to everyone who has attended this class. It's quite an awareness for those of us that are in the built industry to be, known to this now. So my question is this: for core members, looking at the cost of the program here, I don't know if there's going to be a chance for core members to be able to have this certificate.
Okay, that's a good question, Gabriel. We have a program for core members, but that program is always tied to numbers, right? So we used to engage with the NYC right from the camp to get core members introduced into facility management. So when we have the adequate number, let's assume you have your group in your city and your group, so you can put out the notice that whoever is interested in this, share the link with them, share content we have in our YouTube channels with them. As they enlist, as the numbers come up, we will treat core members. In fact, with the right numbers, say 1,500 NYC members signing up, we can give all of you half price. That's something that can package even deeper than the team enrollment of 20%, so that you can all come in, and even at that half price still be able to use the flexible 12 months payment plan. So we can work all that out. It's going to be a flexible arrangement that is going to come out of someone already mobilizing a number. So Gabriel, if you can work on that, stay in touch. My number, the number most of you have connected with me on 080-220-20122 is going to be placed on the chat box now, so that you can all pick that up. That number is only for WhatsApp. I know a lot of people are trying to call it. That number, please just send WhatsApp message with your name and what you are trying to discuss about, and I'll be ready to engage with you on that number, 080-220-20122. So Gabriel, if you're happy to engage, we would like to take that offline from here.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who else have you promoted? Richard, are you ready to speak now? Those who have hands up, promote the others. And just to prepare you for tomorrow, we're going to be having Timothy Adeyemi, head of FM for iFitness, and Hajia Zainab Saleh, MD of Brains and Hammers Facility Management Limited and White Oaks Facility Management Limited, speaking with us in tomorrow's class. So please, we expect everybody to sign in on time. We start the webinar quite early. We start at 4:30 so that we can start engagement and chats and watching some videos and so on and so forth, like a red carpet arrangement. And then actual class starts at 5 o'clock or failing. So please make it a date and get others who are not here today to make it tomorrow. Olatunji David, you can take the mic now. Okay, Richard, are you ready to speak now? Is Richard ready to go now? Richard? He's unmuted, but he's not speaking to the meeting. Olatunji David. Not all of them. If you want to speak, please put your hand up and you'll be pointed to panelists, and I'll be able to see you to acknowledge you to speak. You have to do it again. Just promote, right? Click and promote. They just drop up if you promote them. All right, Olatunji David. Let me look at the Q&A. I work as facility manager, but sometimes what we face at times in Nigeria is the issue of management of inferior facilities. The business owner must have installed inferior facilities and expect an FM to do some magic and maintain that facilities. Cases like this render the FM incompetent. What do we do as FM in scenarios like this? To be honest with you, there is nothing like an inferior facility. All facilities are built according to the owner's expectation. He paid for that grade to be built for him or her, right? And if you're employed to manage, the first thing you need to do is understand the customer, understand the kind of facilities, and understand the service expectation for that facility. What this means is that you should be able to define what service levels is being expected and how that service level can be rendered with the kind of facility you are taking over. There are implications for everything. If somebody wants a 5-star facility management to be delivered, and the facility that is currently that is available for me to provide 5-star facility for is so run down and incapable of receiving a 5-star facility, I will scope an upgrade to meet that service level that the owner expects from me. Instead of constantly reacting, I will do a condition assessment. We'll teach you how to do that in the program. I'll do a condition assessment and I'll present a clear picture of the facility to the owner and tell you what that facility currently is and show you a gap analysis that explains what needs to be done to upgrade that facility to the level the owner wants. All that are things that requires effort. So they're not expecting you to perform magic. They're expecting you to know your job. That's the truth. And because you don't know, you think it is magic they're expecting. There are ways to package that same thing the owners expect you to do it intelligently and efficiently with the tools and skills you're going to learn in the FM diploma, and you'll be singing a different song in just a month of entering the program. How to determine service charge for a newly built tower comprising different apartments. That is a massive question. Adewumi Akonde. Service charge must start with defining service levels. If you don't know how to define a list, come out with a list of services, define or analyze or create the scope of each of those services, take each scope and specify what it will require and the service levels attached to that service. You cannot price work. And if you cannot price the work, you cannot have a service charge for it. I hear people saying things like, if you pay 1 million as rent, your service charge is 20%, 200,000. All this kind of arbitrariness can either give you too much money or get your fingers burnt. Because when chips are down, the customer who is paying that amount that was not clearly defined or tied to service levels is going to be expecting things that you don't even imagine is that he should be expecting from you, considering the small amount, according to you, that he paid, right? So how do you define service charge when you do not define service specification, service scope, service levels? So that's the beginning point. That's why you need to get the training. Many of us are just managing properties and facilities out there. We don't have a clue what we are doing. Some of us are even doing a property management approach for service charge, where we will say, we'll go and call vendors to do plumbing, do water sewage treatment and water treatment, and then we'll accumulate all their bills. I will not add 10% markup or service management fee on top of that, and will submit it to the client. What is all the training and expertise and professionalism they expect of you when all you do is getting people who are not even trained to come and do at whatever cost, and you transfer it with your own markup? Even clients who are doing that are losing money because they are supposed to tap into your expertise to reduce their costs and have your own fee separate. But now they are paying a fee based on how much you help them waste. So sometimes it is because we don't know. So coming for training will help turn all of this around. Angela is asking, what is facility management methodologies? Fantastic question. It's a very broad question. Facility management is multifaceted, and each facet has its own methodology. We're going to be handling some of this in tomorrow's facility management class. So I want you, Angela, to stay for that class because you will need it. Mojib Utman, is having an educational background in engineering or business administration a requirement for facility management career? The answer is no. The answer is no. But engineering and business will give you some transferable skills. So even though it's not a requirement, if you are willing to learn FM, you can actually become a facility manager from every walk of life. So it doesn't matter whether you're in engineering or business, okay? So there's no barrier right now, just an open mind. By the time you come into the FM diploma, you realize that it's not a typical go for 1 day, 2 days training, have a certificate of training. No, this is a full professional training, a program that is packaged with practical field trips. You have assessments and assignments. You have an exam that you must pass, and then you have a project. In fact, when you are done with this program, anywhere you go for interview, you cannot be turned back. You cannot be number 2 on the list of shortlist. You will always be shortlisted when you finish this program in any interview, because your language changes, your mindset changes, the tools at your disposal becomes advanced. And if you have been working in FM 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you have not come through this training, please do it now, because you are groping in the dark. There are so many things you need to know so that you can begin to, do the proper things and become appreciated by the businesses you are supporting. So yes, that's the answer for you, G. From Faith, so I'm currently not doing anything now, but I would like to know when you will be having another diploma program except the one coming up in August. So the diploma program, thank you very much for that question. The diploma program comes up in January. The second Monday of January every year, we are starting a program. It comes up again in May, the first Monday of May every year. We have a program, and it comes up again in August, the first Monday of August every year. We have a program. There will be date issues, like in August we're having August 8th. In May we probably will be having May 6th, May 8th, whatever the date is that falls into the first or second Monday. So you're going to be having 3 opportunities every year, and you can start now to plan for the one you want to be in. Either you take the flexible payment approach, or you just start paying in little by little. An account is open for you where your contributions to your training is being saved and recorded until you are ready for the training and enjoy any other benefits or bonuses. I work with a facility management company as a subdivision of a real estate company. I'm a building engineer by discipline, and I have been working as a facility officer for over a year. When do I transition to a facility manager? Is it determined by how long I've been working or the number of locations I manage? You don't know you're a facility manager because you've not gone for the training. That's what I think is happening here. Facility manager is a profession. Once you gain a body of knowledge and you start applying those in practice, you are already a facility manager. Okay? So, Oluwafemi Pupola, you are already a facility manager as you are, but you just need to upgrade and begin to practice by using the tools and knowledge that the FM diploma will give to you. Tomorrow's training, red carpet opens at 4:30, training proper starts at 5 o'clock. Okay? That's for Angela. Does the diploma training come with materials or textbooks for free? Of course, you have training materials for every class. You have videos, recordings of every class, and you have loads and loads of materials, resource materials to go through in the program. They're all parts of it. So once you've paid for the diploma program, you have everything. In fact, the selling point is that continuous lifetime mentorship that it brings. Once you take the FM Mastercraft Diploma once, you are automatically on a career management path with Max-Migold. We find opportunities for you. We move you when the opportunity you are in is not adequate for your exposure and competence that you have acquired through the program and your experience. We move you, we let you know when opportunities pop up. And then we have ongoing opportunities for alumni to keep growing. In fact, if you belong to our alumni platform today, you'll be wowed by the kind of conversation that is going on in there. Practical, real-life problem being solved on a daily basis by members of that alumni. So that's one other reason why you can't just pass on this. The community is getting bigger. I mean, you're going to be in an alumni group of almost 500 people who are on a daily basis sharing experiences, coming up with discussions, coming up with issues, coming up with all kinds of practical tips and tricks to get around the challenges you have today. So you will never have to worry about any problem you have alone when you are in that alumni. Richard, if you want to raise your hand. All right. Let me see. Onyedikachi says, I was employed as an architect in my company during the renovation period, but changed to being facility manager after the renovation without any experience or training. Been on the job since October 2020, so I need this training very much. You need it like yesterday. And when you go through this, in fact, from the first class, second class, third class, you ask yourself, where have you been since 2020? Let me take a few of those whose hands are up. Paul Ahmed, you can come on screen now, unmute and speak.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening to everyone on the line. I really appreciate you, sir, for this impactful teaching tonight. Yeah, my question is, it goes that, like, how many weeks will it take for a diploma, and what are the days that the lecture take place?
Okay, so those who are going to take the virtual classes are going to go online on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it is flexible for those who are working, so you can be able to take it in the evenings, 5 o'clock to 7 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, at the close of work for those who are taking the virtual program. And it runs for 3 months. The same 3 months is what the physical class does. So when those who have joined the class Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays have covered 6 hours of training. And then those who did not take that option want to come physically so you can interact with lecturers and be in a live site in our training center, University of Lagos, main campus. Coming on Saturdays, the class starts at 10 and closes at 4. So between 10 and 4, every Saturday for 3 months, that's the physical program. So we expect those who are probably too busy during the week to, those who don't like the internet training, because all training are live, right? So you still have a chance to interact as if you're in a classroom in the virtual class, but some people don't probably want that disruption of internet or like to have that physical contact and networking. They come to the class on Saturday, and that's why the fees are different, because those who pay for the physical class can also join the virtual class for double reinforcement of what they are learning.
Thank you. And also, like in terms of PMP, just because I also had a certificate in PM. I have certificate in PM. I just want to know, like, do we have some of the, like we are talking of data analysis earlier, do we have a template as a facility manager? How do you, what are the, do you have a template that, okay, are the calls that it can be delivered to all the students, how all those data can be collected?
The good thing about Max-Migold is we are also facility managers, right? So all of the things I have practiced for 20 years before starting Max-Migold is going to be at your disposal. And then the things we use to run facilities today in the sites that we currently manage are also going to be part of your training. So you're going to have access to tools and templates uncountable to be able to deliver on what you do in your facility management. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. So I hope you're all seeing the price on the screen. If you go to facility management, promo.facilitymanagementcourses.com, you will be able to have a registration link there. You'll be able to see the bank account to pay into and the email address, training@maxmigold.com, where you will send your evidence of payment and you are already enrolled for the program. Don't forget to take advantage of our offers, our special offers, 20% team discount on enrollment of 5 or more, CEO's birthday giveaway for the first 200 to pay to get 50,000 between now and 2nd of July. Early bird discount on full payment before July 30th is 10%, and then 50% payment down before the class starts on August 8th can start now until August 8th, and then by September 8th you pay your balance. And then if you want to take the very flexible option of 12 months, even though you would have finished earning your diploma, winning your job, getting your promotion, increasing your salary, you can just be paying small using the VFD, MFB approach. And then for the alumni bonus, there's a 50% discount as well there. So thank you very much. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Please come in on time. Yes, so we're going to end the poll and share the results. Let's see. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so we have, do you think facility management is promising career? We have 350 people that answered yes. Will you be interested in taking the facility management mastercraft diploma? We have 99% again that answered yes. Will you like to take the microfinance flexible payment plan for the FMMC? Yes, we have 70%, fantastic, 245 people that want to take the MMV approach to join. Will you tell someone about the FMMC? And we have 99% willing to tell someone. So let's start by practicing telling someone about tomorrow. So please share the Day 2 webinar link. Day 1 webinar link will not work for tomorrow's webinar. Day 2 webinar link is what you are going to share. Put it in the platform as well, so that you share that to everybody in your social networks. We have capacity for thousands on this webinar. You can all of them, let all of them come here. Which of the special offers appeals to you most? We have 15% for the 20% team discount. We have 14% for the 10% early bird. We have 25%, 24% for the 50% down payment. And then we have 35% for the 12 months VFD microfinance bank option, and about 30% that knows an alumni to get the alumni referral bonus. So thank you very much. That's been very encouraging. Tomorrow we're going to have another poll, and then we're going to reach out to everybody to follow up on the answers you've given to the poll. Please don't forget to do the survey. The survey is on, let me share the link with you. Yeah. Wait, am I going towards it or going away from it? I'm going away from it. Yes, I'm trying to get the survey. Yes, it's here. No, it's not this. Yes, it's there. That's maxmigold.com/gbs-survey. We've dropped it in the notes as well. So thank you very much, everybody. This is 7:21. We hope to close at 7 o'clock, but I think the question and answer have been very helpful. If you have more questions, please add them on the survey. We'll keep responding. If you have joined the Telegram group, please join the Telegram group now so that you can ask questions and we'll keep responding to you. And then the WhatsApp number 08022020122. So we can keep the interactions going. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.